This is my presentation on America's Godly Heritage. First, the national government is in place to create and enforce laws for the safety and well-being of their citizens. America's founding fathers wrote the purpose of the federal government in the preamble of the Constitution. The preamble says, "We the people of the United States, in order to form a more perfect union, establish justice, ensure domestic tranquility, provide for the common defense, promote the general welfare, and secure the blessings of liberty to ourselves and our prosperity. Do ordain and establish this Constitution for the United States of America." So the Constitution was written in 1787, and it is the supreme law of the land. No law can be passed that contradicts its principles, and no one is above it, and only it is above all. It also states that the people govern themselves, and not one person should have full control of the nation. Like I said before, the federal government creates laws to protect its citizens. They also regulate the economy and boost it when it is weak. This is known as the Federal Reserve System, and they are in charge of New Deal programs which provide citizens with jobs, payments, food, and other essentials to life, such as housing. More of their duties, which include establishing rules for neutralization, raising armies, regulating the mail, declaring war, counting money, establishing inferior courts, conducting foreign affairs, regulating interstate and foreign commerce, and all of these are exclusive national government powers, meaning the state and local governments are not involved in these affairs. Next is the local government, and they are the administration of a particular town, county, district with representatives elected by those who live there. Their purpose is to supply goods and services, and they also represent and involve the citizens in determining specific local and public needs and to figure out how those needs will be met. Some of the characteristics of a local government is legal personality, specified powers to perform a range of functions, and effectively participating with citizens on local matters. Local governments include mayors, city council, and other government bodies, which the national government includes like the president, vice president, Department of State, Department of Trustee, Department of Defense, and so on. The local government is responsible for parks and recreation services, police and fire departments, housing services, emergency, medical, transportation, and then other transportation services, public works like streets and snow removals. Now, the exclusive state powers include conducting elections, establishing local governments, providing for public safety, health, and the welfare, maintaining militia, and regulating interstate commerce. Then there are powers that the state and federal government share, which include taxation, lawmaking, and enforcing those laws, chartering banks and corporations, taking land for public use, establishing courts, and borrowing money for public use like creating parks. Here is just a diagram of the powers divided between the national and local government. Next is religion and government. This equation was created by one of the founding fathers, and it is civil principles plus Christian worldviews equals the indissoluble bond, which represents what they wanted America to look like. This quote by John Jay, who was a founding father, is a great example of what the founding fathers wanted America's foundation to look like. He said, "Providence was given to our people the choice of their rulers, and it is the duty as well as the privilege and interest of our Christian nation to select and prefer Christians for their rulers." Lastly is this quote from George Washington, which says, "Of all the dispositions and habits which led to political prosperity, religion and morality are indispensable supports. In vain would that man claim the tribute of patriotism who should labor to subvert these great pillars." He really wanted a strong Christian foundation for America. So did all of the other founding fathers. And here is my works cited, and thank you for listening.